A very good morning, my dear students. So here we are on like in organic chemistry. We have started. We are going to start in organic chemistry. Okay, and that is the most interesting part of the whole chemistry, as I feel, and I hope you will also find the same. So organic chemistry basic concepts, basic intro is already given in your class 10th, and I hope you found it very interesting. So in continuation of that, let's start to get some more knowledge about this organic chemistry. What is that, and what are the carbon and their compounds and all that. So many things are there, how the reaction happens and all this. Okay, so here is the lecture number 1, and as usual we will start with the quote, and the quote is that is given by Albert Einstein, that the true sign of intelligence is not knowledge but the imagination. So if you will imagine the things, you will try to know about it, and that will like lead to know about something extra, or something like we can say hatke. Yes, so that is called knowledge. So only that and that will be your intelligence. It's not just bookish language. It is not just the degrees. It's just your imagination, and how you perform, how you go through with your imagination, how you pursue your imagination, how you like get the result of your imagination. That is actual knowledge. Okay, chaliye. So let's start with this, and the first thing we are going to do is that introduction to the organic chemistry. We all know that chemistry is divided into three parts. The one is physical chemistry, the second is organic chemistry, and the third one is inorganic chemistry. Okay, so physical chemistry we have done till now. Whatever we have done, that is physical chemistry. The first, second chapter, third chapter, fourth chapter, all this chapter were from the physical chemistry, where we do that physically हम बात करते हैं, physically उसके like heat निकलना, heat absorb, and color change, something like that we talk about. Organic chemistry is organic chemistry deals with the carbon. So if we are going to understand, if we are going to learn about the carbon and its compound and its way of reacting, or its like how it forms, so that all will come in the organic chemistry. So simple si baat hai, if you want to see that, it will be like, if organic chemistry is like what we say, if it is carbon, if carbon is there in the compound, then you can say that it is what, it is organic. Anyway, if you can see the carbon over there, it will give you the what, organic compound. Okay, so if you see the carbon in any compound, that means it is going to explain about you like organic chemistry. Okay, and so the and other than carbon, any other element, if you're talking about their preparation, properties, isolation, and all that like factors, then it will come in the inorganic. Okay, like in your class it is S block, P block, hydrogen, all this belongs to inorganic portion. Okay, so the branch of chemistry dealing with the study of hydrocarbons, you all know that this is hydrocarbon, that means only made up of carbon and hydrogen. Yes, and the compounds which could be thought of as the derivative of hydrocarbon, like hydrogen of the hydrocarbon is substituted by any other element like chlorine, fluorine, iodine, sulfur, phosphorus, nitrogen, then it will be considered as organic chemistry. So organic compound are made up of only carbon and hydrocarbon and their derivatives. I'm saying that derivatives, agar if I want to bifurcate it, so see, if there is only carbon and hydrogen, then it's better to say that hydrocarbon and carbon plus hydrogen along with this any other element, if there is in the compound, then it will be organic compound. Yes, so we can say that all the hydrocarbons are organic compound, but all the organic compounds cannot be hydrocarbon. Sare organic compound hydrocarbon, that means only made up of carbon and hydrogen. Okay, चलिए now let's learn about the origin of organic chemistry. कैसे आया, क्या हुआ? So basics, and that is the recap, that means of class 10th. So vital force theory, this theory was proposed by Berzelius in 1815. According to this theory, the organic compounds are produced only under the influence of some mysterious force existing in the living organism, which is already like existing. The mysterious force was called vital force. Okay, so this is the hypothesis assumption. ये सोचा गया है, ऐसा बताया गया है. However, in 1828, Wohler obtained an important organic compound, and Wohler was the first one who prepared the organic compound in the lab, and that was urea, organic compound urea. Urea was formed first time in the lab by Wohler in 1828, which was prepared by heating a mixture of ammonium sulfate and potassium cyanate. This was the first organic compound prepared in the laboratory, and the urea formula is NH2 CONH2. This is the urea formula. This was formed by the reaction of ammonium sulfate and potassium cyanate. Okay. Chaliye, now next thing. This is the reaction over here. Ammonia plus carbon dioxide. When they react, it forms ammonium carbamate or carbonate, we can say. And then this is the compound. When it, like what we say, undergoes reaction and water, it like simply we can say that when it is heated. Okay, so then it evolves water and left with the urea. That is the product. So this was the first compound prepared in the lab. Now, reasons for the large number of organic compounds, and I know that you people are so enthusiastic to say this thing, that yes, what was that, eager to say that, what was that, desperate to say that, that is the catenation property and the tetravalency. These were the two unique properties. These were the two unique properties which we have done in class 10th also. Yes, due to which the large number there are the large number of organic compounds. Carbon के compounds इतने ज़्यादा होते हैं. The first is catenation. Catenation, that means self-linking. It is called self-linking. So that means if it is not getting any other element to combine with this, it will self-link with the self-link and will form another compound. So it is the tendency of self-combination and is maximum in carbon. Carbon में सबसे ज़्यादा होता. Although carbon group 14, carbon, silicon and all that, so they also, all this SNPB सबके पास self-linking properties होती है, but still in 14th group में भी सिर्फ कार्बन की जो होती है वो सबसे ज़्यादा होती है. Carbon has the maximum self-combination property. A carbon atom can combine with other carbon atom by single bond, by double, by triple bond, and thus it forms more compounds than any other element. Okay. And second is tetravalency, and a small size carbon being tetravalent is capable of bonding with 4 other carbon atoms or some other monovalent atom. Carbon can form compound with oxygen, hydrogen, chlorine, sulfur, nitrogen, phosphorus, etc. के साथ वो बना सकता है. And these compounds have the specific properties depending upon the nature of the element or group attached to the carbon. So we will do one by one. Few compounds we have to understand, we have to know, so that we will do in the detail. Don't worry about that. Okay. So tetravalency, how it will be proved, that in the, if we see that in the ground state, the carbon is 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. So it has only 2 electrons. That means in the ground state it doesn't show tetravalency. But when it goes excited state, okay, so what will happen? This 1 electron, 2s electron, so this 1 electron will jump to this and it will lead to formation of 1s2, and this will be 2s1 like this, and here 2p3. Got it? So this is 2s2, 2s1 and 2p3. That means 4 unpaired electron, and hence it can make a 4 bonds. Clear? So that's why by this way it can show tetravalency. And small size is also it can this tetravalency can be for any other element of group 14. बट कार्बन की साइज भी छोटा होता है. इफ यू गो डाउन तो बाकी की साइज बड़े हो जाते हैं. तो कार्बन हैज स्मॉलर साइज एंड टेट्रावेलेंसी दोनों होता है. सो दैट्स व्हाई इट शोज इट कैन फॉर्म मोर बॉन्ड. Furthermore, these compounds are exceptionally stable because of the small size of carbon. क्यों stable होते हैं? The reason is that अगर हम SI की बात करते हैं या PV की बात करते हैं या SN की बात करते हैं, because of bigger size, static hindrance will be there and they will repel each other to break the bond. So वो उतने ज़्यादा stable नहीं होते जितना कार्बन के compounds stable होते हैं. Now this is the catenation. You can see that the animation, how this catenation is working on the self-linking. Okay, it's going on. Catenation, like this is unbranched chain. What will happen? The carbon will attach to this this hydrogen can be substituted by carbon, and by this way it is attached, so it can form the self linking here. In this way, agar yahan se bhi aa gaya to ye dusre, that is called branch chain. We can see that if there are the branches, like if there are more than 2 terminals, then it will be called branched. Yes. So catenation is the property of carbon, and property of carbon, that means to combine with itself. Catenation is very important property of the carbon, due to which it helps in the forming large chain, and this is the reason this one and this one is the reason to give rise to large number of carbon compounds or organic compounds. Okay. Now the next thing, general characteristics of organic compounds. In this, these are the compounds of carbon with hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, phosphorus, fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine. In general, इन्हीं के साथ compounds होते हैं. Okay, organic compound की बात करें तो, and these are generally found in living organisms also, like carbohydrate. We can see that carbohydrate formula is C6H12O6 or C12H22O11. So in all this, carbon, hydrogen or oxygen are present. Proteins are also like this. इसमें carbon, nitrogen, hydrogen, oxygen होते हैं. Similarly, or living organism, we can see that this organic compounds. These may be gases, liquids or solids, depending upon the molecular mass or depending upon the number of carbon in the chain. It may be gases, liquids and solids that we will study later on. Being covalent in nature, these have low boiling point and melting point and soluble in organic solvent, because covalent hote hain, so that's why that is not that much strong as ionic bond is, so that's why they have low boiling point and melting point. And soluble in organic compounds also they are, but at some extent, not completely, at some extent. Okay, because इसमें they are covalent. So if they are covalent, so it's not exactly soluble in the aqueous solution, but organic solvent mein they will be completely soluble. So that's why it is written over here, soluble in organic solvents. Okay, at some extent in aqueous solution also. In aqueous solution also, it depends the number of carbon पे depend करता है. So that I will tell you. These are generally volatile, inflammable होते हैं, volatile होते हैं. And next is, they do not conduct electricity because they don't have any free ions, so that's why they do not conduct electricity. They possess distinct color and odor. Specific color or odor होते हैं हर organic compounds का, that we will do for few. Okay. Classification of organic compound, if we'll talk about, the organic compound is of two type. One is open chain or acyclic. Yes, open chain or acyclic, which is also known as aliphatic compounds, and in that it comes alkanes, alkenes, like. Okay, alkenes, alkynes also it comes. Closed chain or cyclic compound, that means there is no terminal. Here we can say that two or more than two terminals, more than two terminals will be there. Okay, but if there is no terminal, then it will be considered as closed chain or cyclic. So no terminals. Okay, and now if we move forward, closed or cyclic chain is also of two type. One is homocyclic and another is heterocyclic. Homocyclic, that means only carbon in the chain. In chain only carbon is there. Yes, only carbon. And if other than carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, phosphorus are there, so they will be called heterocyclic. So here you can see carbon, 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 but here oxygen. So these are called heterocyclic. For few, you have to know the name also. That means it is, this one is furan, this one is pyrrole, NH bond over here, and this one is thiophene. Okay, and instead of oxygen, if it is sulfur, it will be called thiophene. These all are also aromatic. How it is aromatic, that we will do later on. Aromaticity एक new topic है, that we will do in details. Okay. Now, if they are homocyclic, heterocyclics तो done. If they are homocyclic, again they are of two type. One is called alicyclic and another is called aromatic. Alicyclic, that means it will have a single bond. मतलब like it will be alkane. If you will name it, it will be alkane, alkene or alkyne. Cyclic, cycloalkane or cycloalkene or cycloalkyne it will be. But another is aromatic. Aromatic, that means if it has two thing, if double bond should be in the conjugation, that means let me write here, double bond or simple conjugation word. Conjugation word itself says that alternate, single and double bond. Okay, so if there is conjugation, it will be what? Aromatic. But only conjugation will not confirm that compound is aromatic. So next is Huckel's rule. So if any compound follows the conjugation and Huckel's rule, then it can be aromatic. It will be aromatic. Okay, so now aromatic, there is a different topic, we will do it, don't worry. So aromatic, if we consider, if we go further, it is again of two type. One is called benzenoid, another is called non-benzenoid. Aromatic, if it is benzenoid, that means there must be at least one benzene ring. Okay, this is called benzene ring. इसे कहते हैं हम benzene ring. So there must be at least one benzene ring, then it will be called benzenoid aromatic compound. And if it is aromatic but benzene ring is not there, then it will be called non-benzenoid. An example is tropolone. Will do. Okay, aromaticity एक topic है, there we will do all these things. So here just a classification is given, you have to go through with that. That organic compound is of two type, open chain, closed chain. Closed chain is of two type, homocyclic, heterocyclic. Homocyclic is again of two type, alicyclic, aromatic. Aromatic is again of two type, benzenoid and non-benzenoid. Okay, so next is classification of carbon atoms, and that is on the basis of number of carbon attached. How we will identify the carbon atoms, like, so primary carbon atom, if the carbon atom is attached with only one another carbon, then it is called primary. This is the carbon. Okay, and if it is further attached with only one carbon, then this carbon will be called primary. Clear? Similarly, if the carbon is attached with two different carbon, then it will be called, this carbon will be called secondary. So tell me whether this will be, this carbon I'm talking about, here also it is attached with a two carbon, will it be secondary? I said that if single carbon should be attached with two different carbon, two carbon on different side. Okay, two different carbon, two different sides से attached होना चाहिए, then it will be secondary. So this is also primary. Clear बच्चे? And similarly, if the carbon is attached with the carbon, three different carbon from three different sides, then this carbon will be called tertiary. And similarly, if there will be four sides carbon होंगे, तो then this carbon will be called quaternary. Clear? So let's go through the definition part. Secondary carbon atom, when carbon atom is attached with two other carbon atom, it is called secondary or 2-degree carbon atom. Similarly for tertiary, 3 carbon atom, and last is quaternary, 4 carbon atom से attached होना चाहिए. I hope it is clear. Yes. Reactivity of carbon atom is as follows. Tertiary सबसे ज़्यादा carbon होता है, मतलब like reactive होता है. Secondary and primary. So this word you will not get it properly here. We'll just wait for this line. We will do it in when we will do that intermediate product on all that, we will understand. Then this topic, this part will be clear. Okay. The name depends on the number of carbon directly attached to the carbon, that is red carbon. अब यहाँ पे red carbon का मतलब like what it is. We are talking about this जो red carbon है यहाँ पे जितने भी दिए हुए. So we are going to identify that whether it is primary, secondary or tertiary. Okay. So if we see that carbon, this carbon is not further attached with any other carbon. So this is called zero carbon attached. So this is called super primary carbon. It is also called super primary carbon. Okay. If I'm talking about this carbon, so this carbon is further attached with only one carbon. Directly सिर्फ एक से ही attached है. We have to check the directly attached कितने carbon है. We don't have to check the total carbon कितने attached है. Got it? Directly attached how many carbon? So directly attached is just one. So single one carbon is attached. So that's why it is a primary carbon. Okay, or 1 degree we can write like this. If I'm talking about this red carbon, we are talking about the red carbon. Okay. So this one. This carbon is directly attached with the two different carbon on different side. So 2 carbon attached, so that's why secondary, and this is written as 2 degree like this. This carbon is attached with the further 3 carbon on the 3 different side, then it is called tertiary carbon atom. And if I'm talking about this one, this is attached with the 4 different carbon on 4 different side, so this will be quaternary. I hope it is clear. Yes. So this is, and again there is one example here, like it is attached with this, and you have to decide that how many primary, secondary, tertiary. So how many primary are there? This carbon, let's start with this orange carbon. So this one is All the orange carbon are primary carbon. Kaise? See this carbon, if I'm talking about, this is attached with only one direct carbon, so this is primary. This is orange, this is again going to be attached with only one directly attached, so this is also primary. Here if I'm talking about this, this is again going to be attached with only one carbon, so this is primary, primary, primary. Got it? So all orange colored carbon are primary. Got it? Similarly come for the secondary. So jitne bhi green colored honge, so you can see that this one is this carbon is attached with the one carbon from this side, another carbon from this side, so it is secondary. There is no other and koi aisa aur nahi reh gaya carbon which is attached with only two carbon. Yes, if you check this red one, so this is attached with the one carbon, two carbon, three carbon, so this is tertiary, isn't it? And if I'm talking about the blue carbon, this is attached with 1 2 4 3 4, so 4 carbon, so that's why it is quaternary. Clear? Yes. So there can be a question like this will be asked something like this, okay, and they will ask that how just identify that number of primary, secondary, tertiary carbon compound. And if you are not getting it, class 10th may we have done the bond line notation, but okay, let it be. If you don't know this, so suppose that I will give you this example and will say that write the number of primary, secondary and tertiary carbon present in this compound. So you will decide like this. Let me use another color. This one is this one is primary. All this red color जो भी terminal पे है उनको primary कर दो. Yes, this one is primary. So how many primary? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So 7 primary carbon. Clear? Now just go for the secondary. Secondary one is which is attached with the two carbon only. So let's see that this one, even there is no secondary carbon, isn't it? So 0 secondary carbon. Clear? And if we'll check the tertiary carbon, so this one is attached with the 1 2 3 carbon directly. This one is again 1 2 3. This one is also tertiary. 1 2 3. This is 3 tertiary carbon, isn't it? And last, if you will see that which color I should use, purple. Okay, so if I'll see this fourth carbon, this one is attached with the 1 2 3 4 side, yani ki one is quaternary carbon. So check so that all carbon is counted or not, all the carbons are counted in this or not. So how many total carbon over here? 7 3 10 and 1 11. So check it. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. That means we have calculated. So this type of question can be asked, which is very easy question. Yes. Now classification in that continuation only on the basis of position of functional group. Position of functional group ki basis pe the carbon is again divided, and that is alpha carbon, which is directly attached with the functional group, that will be called alpha carbon. Okay, which is directly attached to the functional group, that is called alpha carbon. So if we check that example, we'll do last make. Okay, beta carbon, after the alpha it is beta. Okay, so similarly just 1 2 3 hota, similarly there is a like naming alpha beta gamma and all, but we have to consider main jo hoga, jo zyadatar use hota, that is alpha and beta. So alpha, which is directly attached to the functional group, and beta just after the that alpha carbon, that is called beta carbon. Okay, so let's see, this is the functional group over here, isn't it? So just functional group se attached jo bhi carbon hai, this is called alpha carbon. So here it is written alpha carbon. Yes, this one is alpha carbon. And if I'm talking about this one, this red one is beta carbon. So alpha carbon se attached hydrogen ko hum alpha hydrogen कहते हैं. Hydrogen attached to alpha carbon. To alpha carbon. Yes. And beta hydrogen, hydrogen attached to beta carbon, that is called beta hydrogens. So clear? So how many alpha hydrogen? 2 alpha hydrogen, 2 alpha hydrogen, and how many beta hydrogen? 3 beta hydrogen are there. Clear? Any doubt in this? Another example is written over here, that this one is the functional group. See, functional group, that means I'm talking about functional group. It means that it can be what? It can be primary suffix, it can be primary prefix. What is this prefix and suffix? We will do in the nomenclature. फिलहाल के लिए you just understand this thing. Like carbon and hydrogen के अलावा अगर कुछ भी अभी till now, okay, फिलहाल के लिए अगर कुछ आपको, if you can see that other than the carbon and hydrogen, then it will be considered as the priority taking group, and that will be considered as functional group for now. Okay, just keep this thing in your mind. Afterwards, we will understand that what is functional group and what is prefix, what is suffix, that we will do. So this one is chlorine, and the carbon with which chlorine is directly attached, that is called alpha, and alpha ke baad ye beta. So again here 2 alpha hydrogen, 2 beta hydrogen, 3 beta hydrogen. Similarly, this one is the functional group. So this one is alpha carbon, this one is beta carbon. This is functional group, this one is alpha carbon, this one is beta carbon. So I hope it is clear, alpha beta. Yes. Now the next is functional group. What is the functional group? And the functional group, actually functional group are the group in the compound which explains the nature, explains the properties of that compound. Got it? So it can be prefix, it can be primary suffix, as well as it can be primary suffix. So let me explain all this, and then the atom example, the atom like chlorine, bromine, etc., or a group of atoms like COH, CHO, which is responsible for the chemical properties. So this is the important thing. Okay, chemical properties of the molecule, that is called functional group. Double and triple bonds can also be functional group. RF, that means R is alkyl. This R means alkyl group. Alkyl, that means CnH2n plus 1. CnH2n plus 1. So alkene is plus 2. If I will remove one H by any other group, it will be CnH2n plus 1. So that is called alkyl. So here F is the functional group. R is called alkyl group. It contains only single bond. Alkenyl, if it will be alkenyl, it will have double bond. Alkene ka, if we will remove one H of alkene, it will be alkenyl. And if we will remove one H of alkyne, it will be alkynyl. Okay, it contains triple bond. So functional group, we can see that the three main players, that is the main player, the functional group is the main player. Okay, that means if there is, suppose that, like, chalo, let's do one by one, we'll do. So alkene, if it is this will show the property due to the single bond only and the carbon only. So this is like alkene, it will show the property with the double bond. Alkyne, it will show the property due to the triple bond. This is benzene ring, this will show the property due to the phenyl ring. Similarly, this is amine. Amine is actually NH2. If here it is, hydrogen is replaced by alkyl group, then it will be NR2. Okay, so this is OH, alcohol. This is sirf O, only oxygen, so ether. This will be called alkyl halide. The SH instead of OH, oxygen ki jagah pe if sulfur we will use, it will be called thio. Okay, so this is alcohol all, and this is thiol. This is aldehyde, ketone, ester, carboxylic acid, amide. So these are like just a sheet I got it. एक जगह मैंने सारे formula लिख दिए, but that will be easy to learn when I will tell you in that like divide, when I will categorize this in the prefix and then suffix and then primary suffix like this. So it will be easy to learn. Okay, so now this is homologous series, which we have done in class 10th also. That homologous series, such family in which between two consecutive members there will be a gap of CH2. There will be a gap of CH2 molecule, or the molecular mass will differ by 14. Yes, so this is the definition. So let's see, they should have the same functional group. ये बात को ध्यान रखेंगे. Okay, they should belong to same family. The series in which the molecular formula of adjacent that means two consecutive members, we can say that, differ by a CH2 unit is called homologous series, and the individual members are called homologous. The general characteristics of these series are their property. Chunki they have same functional group, so obviously they have same functional group, so that's why their chemical properties will be same. Okay. All the members can be prepared by almost similar method. चूँकि सेम ही फैमिली के हैं तो सारे के सारे मेंबर जो होंगे वो एक ही प्रॉपर्टी से we can prepare them. With increase in the molecular weight of a series, the physical properties varies gradually. So that is different thing. Physical properties, how it will change, we will do one for the particular compounds. Okay, as the number of carbon changes, their physical properties change. All the members of a series have the same general formula. Yes, because they have same functional group, so they have same molecular formula, so that's why general formula bhi unke same honge. So here is some example like alkane. If I'm talking about alkane, and alkane, the general formula is CnH2n plus 2, homologue is CH4, and if we talk about the second homologue, this is second member, we can say ethane, CH3CH3. Alkene, if I'm talking about the general formula is CnH2n, and this is the first homologue and the second homologue. The point to be noted in that, in this alkene and alkyne, the first member will have 2 carbons. Okay, first member, it doesn't mean 1 carbon. First member will have 2 carbon. Then if I'm talking about haloalkane, the formula will be CnH2n plus 1x. Alcohol की बात करेंगे, then it will be CnH2n plus 2O, or we can write in this way CnH2n plus 1 OH. Yes, 1 hydrogen will be removed by OH group. Similarly, in this case also CnH2n, and instead of that we'll write the same formula we will use for that also. And aldehyde, CnH2nO, or we can say that in this case the thing is that for aldehyde and carboxylic acid, for these two, you have to keep in your mind that the first member will have like these functional group have the carbons. Okay, so that's why in agar hum like we will check the chain, carbon chain about we'll check the carbon chain, there will be no carbon in that. Got it? So like here it is CnH2 and the formula is CnH2n, no? So you can say that in aldehyde or in the acid, the N will be 0. Okay, the formula it is like CnH2n plus 1 CHO, we can say, right, in this way. So in this way N will be 0. Clear? Because general formula, if I will write, it won't give you the correct form, like correct structure how it will be. Okay, so that's why it's better to learn in this way, CnH2n plus 1 CHO. Just remove 1 hydrogen and put the functional group whatever you want. Similarly, carboxylic acid, it will be CnH2n plus 1 COOH, and here also N is equal to 0. Okay, then ester, amide, tritroalkane, amine, same, there's a trend. So basic जो important है, that is carboxylic acid. They can ask for ketone. For the ketone, the N will be 3. The minimum number जो होना चाहिए वो कार्बन के 3 होने चाहिए. So there are the few things that alkene, alkyne, there will be 2 carbon, minimum carbon 2. The first member will have 2 carbon. Aldehyde and ketone, aldehyde and carboxylic, if I'm talking about, the N will be 0 in this formula CnH2n plus 1C. And if I'm talking about ketone, the N will be 3. So these are the things, and I hope you will get it. Okay, so let's move to next part. Representation of different formulae. There are the different way to represent the formula. Like here it is, an organic compound can be represented by the following ways. First is complete formula, in which we write total number of carbon, total number of hydrogen, and total number of other atoms also along with their bond. Okay, so like this it is the complete formula. In it, all the bonds present between any 2 carbon are shown clearly. So this is called complete formula. Okay, next, condensed formula. Condensed formula में क्या करते हैं? We will not show the bond will not be clearly visible. So like instead of this is complete part के लिए we can write CH3. Yes, then this is CHCl, then this is CH2, then this is CH3. So this is called condensed. We have condensed this formula, and this can also be written like this in the bracket Cl. So the Cl जिस भी कार्बन के बगल में रहेगा उस कार्बन के मतलब like it will be always written in the bracket after that carbon with which it is attached. Got it? What I'm saying? So chlorine is here. That means chlorine is written over here. That means this chlorine is attached with this carbon, not this. In this, the branch, जो भी branch है, branch will always be written in bracket just after the carbon with which it is attached. Okay. So like this, it is called condensed formula. The next is bond line notation, and we have done this also in the class 10th. Yes, in it every fold and free terminals represent a carbon, and lines represent the bond. Like I have told you, every terminal, each bend and each cross section all will have carbon. This is having only 2 carbon with a single bond. This is having 3 carbon with single bond. This is having 4 carbon with single bond. Clear? Got it? So every line will represent the bond, and every terminal, every fold, every intersection will represent a carbon. Okay, so like this. This is the formula of, here it is carbon, here it is carbon, carbon, carbon. If we'll write in this way, structure, this is CH3, then CH, then it is Cl, then CH2, and then CH3. This is the condensed formula for this bond line notation. Okay. In such formula, it is assumed that required number of hydrogen atoms are present wherever they are necessary to satisfy tetravalency of the carbon. Like, we have to understand, it is assumed, it is understood that hydrogen atom are present whatever it is required to satisfy the carbon tetravalency. Okay, so see, it is not mentioned here that 3 carbon will be there, but to satisfy this tetravalency, this is already attached with the 1 bond, so obviously 3 bonds will be there on this side, isn't it? So that's why it is mentioned. I hope it is clear. So like we can say, this is the example CH3. So how many carbon? Just check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the straight chain. So just write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Clear? Now after second carbon, this is CH3. So CH3 is 1 carbon. So we can denote it with a 1 bond like this. Yes. Then second carbon is having double bond also. So this is first carbon, this is second carbon. So put a double bond over here. So this or this is the structure for this compound. Similarly, you can do for this. Yes, be careful. Again, this one, it can be someone can write like this. If we'll write like this, so it will say that 1 carbon over here, 2 carbon, 3, 4, 5 carbon will be there. Like, yes, but here only 4 carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what you have to do, don't extend the bond over here. Just here only you will write, just after this bond, as it is finished, you just put the OH. So this shows that here there is no carbon, there is only the carbon is here, 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 and here. Okay, clear and out? Now this is 1, 2, 3, and this carbon is having functional group. So what I have done, 1 carbon, 2 carbon, 3 carbon, and the 1 carbon COH is written like this, isn't it? So third carbon is double bonded with oxygen, so double bonded with oxygen, and then single bonded with OH, so like this. I hope it is clear. Yes. So that's it for today class. I hope you got it. And next is the nomenclature of organic compounds. For that, we will do whatever we have done in class 10th. Okay, so I'm going to share that video link for that. And then after, we will learn some more nomenclature also, which is new for you, which will be new for you, and which is that can be asked in the competitive exams also. So till then, thank you class.